This quarter zip trend is anti-black. I'll start this out by saying I think your intentions are good. You think that you're elevating black people into more class and elegance. But you're implying that when you put on a quarter zip, that you stop being this type of black and you start being this better type of black.
Look, this Hotep, Black Hebrew Israelite adjacent energy is exactly what is holding our community back. Look, the reality is, if you wear a soccer uniform, people are going to think you play soccer. If you wear a basketball uniform, people are going to think you play basketball. If you wear a football uniform, people are going to think you play football. And the reality is, if it's 3 a.m. and you have a Nike Tech and a shiesty on, people are going to think you're going to rob them. That's not a black thing, that's a pattern recognition thing. Because if you have a choice between that guy and a guy wearing quarter zip tortoise frames and penny loafers, which one do you think you're going to be more happy to see? Look, the reality is, the only thing that is anti-black is certain people within our culture's infatuation with struggle and everything that is attached to it. Because somehow to them, luxury, exclusivity, higher level living is something that's somehow only reserved for white people. But here's the truth, and I know this may be an amazing thing to conceptualize and something that seems so unreal, but there are black people who live in penthouses, who live in million-dollar homes, who spend their summers in Martha Vineyards and visiting the Hamptons and going.
He is 100% accurate on this assessment, and as someone who's half black and half white, I grew up seeing constantly the main insult for other black people from black people was, I bet your parents made good financial decisions so you didn't grow up in a poor environment where you had to struggle. You're not really black. Oh, you speak properly. You dress like this. You think like this. You're not really black. But what's interesting is the white guy whose parents made good financial decisions and have a trust fund for him, he doesn't have any pressure to have to push away from that or act like he had to struggle in order to really be white. So why is it that when a black boy, girl, young man, young woman grows up in an environment where their parents made smart decisions and they didn't have to struggle or start over, why is it that they, because they're black, have to go backwards and start from the bottom, otherwise they're not really black? But if somebody's white, they get to build off of what their parents did, their grandparents did. It's a self-defeating mindset. And it's just interesting that all the major characteristics and attributes that are pushed into black culture seem to all be negative characteristics. If you don't have these characteristics, you really aren't black. And it almost seems like it's intentional. What do you think?